Hello, everyone, and welcome to the grand final of Rainbow Six Bro League
Woohoo!
Season 2. We have Punk Esports and Meme Team, two of the best teams of the tournament yet. Punk Esports,
Actually, we left
Monkey
the.
Sports are the reigning and defending champions, but they are at a 31% community vote, which is so odd because Mean Team wasn't even in the semi-final in the previous Pro League, and Punky Sports are the reigning and defending champions. So the community vote is clearly in the favor of Meme Team with 69%, 69 being their lucky number, and we will be getting into the matchup shortly. So the roster for Punk Esports is Dr. Paktunkid, Rhymes with Buck, Abdullah, and Abi. Abi is subbing in for Loner. And the roster for Meme Team is Jersey, Hamza, Wannabe Plaid, Glutterkiss, and Astrov, who is subbing in for Pablo Discobar. The maps we are going to be playing today are Consulate, Oregon, and the decider will be Coastline. Really looking forward to all of these maps. All three are amazing maps, and can't wait to go to Coastline to finish off just like the season two, the second Six Invitational last year to finish off the Pro League Season 2, and we will be getting into the map shortly.
So we are live with the first match of the day, Consulate. And I would like to point out that Muzammil Mehdi is actually subbing in for Wannabe Plat. Oh,
On Skullbeard.
so unfortunately we have some very bad pings throughout. All the players actually have bad pings, so we'll be going for a short rehost as the pings are too bad to play on. So we'll be right back with you shortly.
Hello, everyone, and we are back after the quick rehost. It was an admin rehost because of the bad pings that all the players were facing, and now we are back. And meme team have been consistently banning Nomad on throughout this tournament. I believe there hasn't been a single match where they've actually played Nomad or they've let Nomad through and a glass ban. So they're expecting glass plays from maybe um, Jersey or I don't know, um, Hassan who isn't there, but Astrov is a very good Glass player as well. But so Nomad and Glass, two very influential, two very powerful operators off the board. But that means all the hard breachers are on the board and not banned. And Echo ban, nothing out of the ordinary. Um, Usually you would have either a Maestro or an Echo Ban, regardless of the map, because they're two of the most powerful operators in the meta right now. And yep, Valkyrie. So Valkyrie is kind of a localized ban to this map specifically because this map is so huge. The Valkyrie cams can be a bit difficult to spot, especially when they're outside and there is no IQ on the board. So the Valkyrie ban really allows the attackers to not pick the IQ and still be okay uh, without that pick. So here we go, round number one. The picks coming out. Nothing out of the ordinary apart from Abi going for the blitz. So that's interesting. Usually, well, almost all the time, you will see Doctor on the blitz. Maybe they're switching their roles around. So bringing the Hibana, they're expecting a top floor um, defense first, which is actually amazing because usually defenders will go to the basement side first, but bringing the Blackbeard and the Hibana suggests to me that they're preparing for that top floor attack. I'll be taking the diffuser as well. So on the defender side, the Maestro and the Legion, two of the most powerful operators left after the bans. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the first round of the grand final of Rainbow Six Pro League Season 2 on Consulate top floor defense. Pretty basic lineup being brought by the defenders apart from the Maestro and the Legion. Just some chat coming in all chat. Can we get them to stop, or can we just mute them altogether, or
It's okay, they are memers, so they are gonna stay true to
fair enough, fair enough. Epic Fail playing on that Jaeger. We saw his amazing flanks yesterday when he clutched out those last couple of rounds on, I believe it was Bank. I can't remember, but so they're preparing this wall and reinforcing the right side of it. And here we go. The action phase is underway. A couple of right barricade spawns, a couple of police line spawns.
Let's just use one of his flashes.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He only has 4 of those. Now, after the nerf that'll come in the next patch. So what is that? Okay. So Pakhtun Kid with an out of the ordinary Claymore set on the main door, and Abi has already made his way to the double window A-bomb balcony as Abdullah gets the first frag onto Epic Fail. Epic Fail really in a bad position, and the Blackbeard really using his utility to his full potential as no damage done to the Blackbeard, but he gets the Jaeger off the board. His utility will be placed, but the damage to the defenders has been done as 1 minute passed and already a man down. The defense not looking so good as Abdullah gets another frag onto Astrov this time. That's the Legion off the board. The Legion being such an important operator, especially in those late round pushes against an operator like the Blitz. The Blitz is not rushing in, but Doctor is, as Doctor is already in control of Long Desk and the Visa office, as Assam Lagan is just being rushed by the Blitz and he's immediately shot down. Abi not being able to do anything, but Doctor comes in for the refrag, and that's side control given to the attackers, as it's all down to the three armor operators of Skullbeard and Hamza on the dog to take control of the site again. But Abdullah once again on the Blackbeard, compelling on the double window. Can he get the final pick as well? As Skullbeard is last alive in a 1v3 retake onto the theater bomb site, as Abdullah is still repelled, I believe, on 1 HP, but he's on extremely low HP, yes, so he can go down on just one tick from the Alda from Skullbeard. But Skullbeard has already come into sight. He gets a beautiful shot onto Ramstead Buck. He jumps out, lungs the wrong way, and Pakhtun Kid finishes off the round. Skullbeard looking to go get that aggressive play onto the Blackbeard that he knew was repelled onto the the connector window, but Pakhtun Kid keeping that crossfire alive and gets the final pick to deal with the round. The Maestro is a very clutch operator, but if you set all the odds against him, there's no way he's going to be getting that clutch. And round number 1 goes in favor of the attack on a council defense. And they're going to go back again. So not sure what they have in mind. Maybe they weren't expecting that Blackbeard, but this time the attackers are actually expecting a bottom stairs push, bottom stairs hold, I believe, because they are bringing the thermite, and usually you wouldn't want a thermite on the top floor because there's really not much hard destructibility that the thermite can present to you. But the Blitz and the Monty being picked, and as I say that, the Monty being 6-pick onto the Blackbeard, so Abdullah has been absolutely amazing on that Blackbeard, repelled onto that double window, and now the Jaeger being 6-pick onto from the dock. So only one ACOG on the defender side, that is the Alda on the Maestro, and they're going to go back to console once again to retry this defense, maybe try to not give away those early picks to the Blackbeard, who's repelled onto 3 picks. He got 3 picks from that connector window, and he wasn't shot down, he wasn't dealt with, because it's so difficult to deal with that position, apart from just running out from the main door, which was already covered by the Claymore from Pakhtun Kids on that main door. Yeah, there we go. So 3 drones just standing outside. It's just a drone conference out there as they're waiting for the round to start. They're really saving their drones. So the drone economy from Punk Esports has been amazing, and Meme Team really need to account for the fact that their positions are known and the castle being brought by the defenders. So they've now castled off the connector window, which will force the Zofia to use one of her impact grenades on that castle, which means they can't be used elsewhere, which means that one of the Maestro cams will remain intact and they will not be shot down. And Abdullah looking to looking to get on the connector window once again. He's repelled up, and Rise with Buck just waiting for the call from Abdullah to open up the barricade and start peeking in. Maybe they're waiting for some drone information, and here we go. The wall's been opened, the castle barricade's been opened, and the mute, if he just moves a bit to the right, he will expose himself to the Blackbeard. But Astrov, accompanied by the castle, chucks a C4 out and does very minimal damage to the Blitz, and Abdullah just completely shreds him as he's holding this very tight angle to all the way into theater, and that's the mute off the board. That's the very important operator, but he didn't have his C4. The C4 had been used, but so you did lose the shotgun to deal with that Blitz, and Risebuck just standing outside and waiting for any runouts, and Hamza is primed and ready for that runout, but Risebuck is going to throw a drone in, but he senses that the Jaeger will soon go for a run out as he opens that main doorway, as Doctor once again just rushing into admin office and taking control. He just misses onto the head. I believe the Legion was towards the long desk area, as Hamza is just making some noise and just trying to hide in the corner, waiting for calls from his teammates, and some have been lagging, and the defenders are really stalling this attack out, as Abdullah has not been given any more picks on that window, as Doctor gets the second kill onto the onto the Legion as Abi pushes all the way into sight. The Meister Cam really forcing him to struggle as Epic Phil gets the kill onto the Blitz. Once again, the diffuser down inside sight in a very precarious position as Doctor is also on extremely low HP, trying to fight on the long range with the castle, but one shot onto the Thermite and the and Doctor will go down. Epic Fail really needs to hold this position for as long as he possibly can. There is no flag potential. They have the diffuser dropped inside side. They have Cam onto it, and Epic Fail will just drop back. He realizes the importance that his position has, and Abdullah will stay repelled, and Bakhtoon Kid goes in and he gets rid of the Meister Cam. He is going for that plant, but he's immediately shot down by Epic Fail, who runs in, but Bug gets a sweet double kill to bring it down to a 1v2 now, as Skullbeard's playing deep inside side. He has to stop this plant. 0-0 on this timer, and Skullbeard unfortunately unable to get rid of the diffuse plant as it does go down behind the bomb chassis, and once again the 3-speed of Skullbeard has been put in a very precarious position. He spots the Blackbeard, is unable to land the shots past that shield, which is not broken and is still intact. And Skullbeard has a monumentous task in front of him. Monumental task as he has to retake onto Theater against a Blackbeard and a Zofia holding the crossfire once again. Bug just holding on inside, and he gets a beautiful headshot onto Bug with little to no time left. He has to go for that defuse. He's trying to find the diffuser, but there's no time. He has to go for that counter defuse. There's absolutely no time left, and an amazing round played out by the Blackbeard, once again just staying alive till the end and not giving any picks at all. The defenders played that really well, and had Skullbeard pushed a little quicker, had the Maestro been a little bit quicker, had he not been a 3 armor, it would have been a very different story, as he would have been able to get the get to the diffuser in time. But unfortunately, time against the defenders that time, as Bug just held on to the diffuser for as long as he possibly could, and console just not working out for Mean Team after going there for a third time. I don't know what they have in mind for. I don't know what they expect from the console defense. They should really start changing up their strategy. They're not changing their lineup. They're not changing their sites. Maybe they're expecting for some sort of miracle. And Punk Esports have actually read into their defense strategy and countered it perfectly. Not focusing on that console at all, but only focusing on that connector window, take control of the rotations, and then taking control of Theater and getting into it and planting and waiting for the timer to run out. An amazing job done by Punk Esports. Let's see if they can replicate it for a third round. Has a very similar setup being brought by both teams, apart from extremely similar lineups being brought by both teams, but this time they've reinforced one of those two walls on the right. They've reinforced the entire long desk wall, so they're trying to do something different here, realizing that that wall actually allowed the attackers to cut off their rotations more than the defenders to hold angles. And Abdullah on that Blackbeard has been absolutely amazing throughout the last 2 rounds. Can he replicate his first 2-round success? As he goes back up, he checks for that castle barricade and then he run outs, and Hamza this time going onto the Jaeger once again, looking to see if he can get rid of the Blackbeard on repel, but Bug has actually been amazing. And as I say that, Doctor has just rushed on in onto yellow stairs. An amazing play by Doctor as he gets rid of the Jaeger once again. Jaeger just absolutely flying in, playing that Fragmite role, and the yellow stairs were left completely unguarded, and that's the Jaeger off the board. An amazing play by Doctor, and once again, 1 minute in, and Punk Esports already on a man advantage. They have all the time in the world to check out this new defense, or supposedly new defense, by meme team. And as I say that, Doctor is still holding on to yellow stairs for as long as he possibly can. He's put down to extremely low HP. The C4 comes out and gets rid of the Thatcher. Pakhtun Kid goes down, and Epic Fail takes care of Doctor. So finally, meme team coming into action, but unfortunately, this Claymore of Doctor gets rid of Epic Fail. So that's the castle off the board as well. The smoke canisters going in, and they're going to run on into sight. They're looking to take control of sight as the Blitz rushes in. He's going to come into contact with the Mute, but unfortunately Astrov is on top of his shots. The SMG-11 really coming into play here, as the defenders have definitely turned the tables onto this attack, as Abdullah is just hanging hanging on the window with absolutely no idea what's going on, and Skullbeard finishes the kill onto the Zofia, and it's all down to Abdullah, who's actually stuck on an island with 1 minute left. He has to really adapt and really do a miracle here as he goes against the Maestro, and I think he spots the Maestro, and an amazing shot onto Skullbeard. That's the Maestro off the board, but there's no damage done to the Blackbeard. He has one castle barricade to save himself from that the window, and he has to save himself from the runouts, but Astrov and Osama bin Laden looking to stay in hide, and as I say that, Osama bin Laden just running away as Abdullah repels on into sight. He doesn't have the diffuser, and if the Mute cannot stay alive for a little bit longer, Osama bin Laden will be caught out of position as the Blackbeard pushes on in. The SMG-11 not being able to be controlled. Osama bin Laden comes on in. He has to do something about it. So 1v3, 2 seconds left on the board. Abdullah has to go for the defuse plan. Osama bin Laden plays it safe. And finally, a round on defense from Meme Team coming into play, and all it took was 2 reinforcements on that long desk, and Doctor rushing on into yellow stairs to really get them that first round. So finally, console works out for Meme Team as they are now going down to Garage. Really nothing different being done by other teams apart from Doctor rushing in from yellow stairs this time rather than the admin. So usually both of those entryways were not being held too aggressively by the defenders, and they were going for that turtle strat and the roam downstairs as Sam again picks the Clash. They definitely have a strat in mind because Clash on Garage cannot be worked. And as I say that, we will going for a short rehost.
Yes, Meme Team is looking to sub one of their players, so we'll be going for a short rehost. We'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere.